Fasting. So when I was diagnosed with cancer, of course, I started Googling it, right? And there is just really some good new information coming into, the consciousness of humans about cancer and what causes it and what we can do about it. And so one of the first things that I discovered was fasting and cancer. Um, it's very interesting because what causes cancer to grow? Why do cells just suddenly go out of control? One of the things that the cancer scientists will tell us is that we're constantly have cancer. Everybody's got it all the time. Cells just kind of go weird, but our immune systems can often break them down, and they actually kind of just die by themselves very often. So it really isn't the fact that cancer happens that's the problem. The problem is that we feed it. And the thing that cancer loves to eat is sugar. So the number one way to get rid of sugar is to fast. And there are some interesting studies about how fasting can slow down and stop cancer. So immediately when I was diagnosed, and between the period of time that uh, doctors are looking at this anomaly in my body and they actually come back with a biopsy that says I had cancer, I started fasting 5 days at a time. And there's no way to ever know, but I think this is one of the main reasons that I was able to live through this in numerous different ways. It turns out that fasting, while you're going through the process of chemo, actually helps the cancer cells die. Because what happens is you get your body into this state where it puts the cancer cells in crisis anyway. Then you have a course of chemo, and the chemo is able to more effectively kill any of those bad boys that are left over. And then the other thing is to just stop eating refined sugar altogether, which is just the best thing to do anyway possible. Refined sugar is, it's hard to give up. Do not underestimate that. But refined sugar is literally a drug. It's literally a poison that tastes really good. So you got to get rid of it. So I started doing a fasting process. Like before I was in treatment at all, I fasted as much as I could. And then when I was in chemo, I would fast before the chemo treatments and then a little bit into them and then slowly bring food back. It also really helps with the nausea and everything like that. So, first of all, let's just kind of talk about fasting and spirituality, because fasting is a very powerful process. We have control over so few things in our lives, but we do have control over what we put into our mouth and chew and swallow. And when you fast, you've made the decision to not put anything into your mouth. And it's really amazing how the very first thing that really responds is your mouth itself. It's like, what? Come on, put something in me. Put something in there. Come on. And then, of course, your stomach. Here's a little pro tip for you. The easiest way to get started with fasting is to get up in the morning, have a regular day through lunch, then skip dinner, don't eat anything all night, and come back the next day and don't eat anything till lunch. And now you've actually fasted 24 hours. A good portion of it was while you were sleeping, so you're way less miserable. Always finagle the bagel if you can. So anyway, I started this fasting process. And it's really a very powerful process. It lets you understand that we have way more mastery over ourselves than we've been led to believe. And so if you allow the fasting process itself to be, you know, along with a process of self-examination and self-revelation, then it's a very powerful spiritual tool. And this is why so many religions include fasting as a part of their regular spiritual practices. It makes us better human beings. So give it a try gently. Be nice to yourself. Do some studying about on how to effectively, you know, fast for short periods of time, and you'll find it to be beneficial.